I swear this thing does something different every single time I push that button. How y'all doing? It's Leroy here. Hey, do me a favor, will you? Pop down there, just scroll down a little bit, hit that subscribe button. It's helping out. It really is. I appreciate y'all, by the way. I really do. Thank y'all for watching these goofy ass videos. I swear to God, there ain't no kind of traffic until I hit this button. Anyways, I was gonna tell y'all about the time I was at a Waffle House. I mean, you know, there was a bunch of times. I mean, let's face it, kind of a redneck, so I got my keys this time. There ain't no beer in the truck this time. Promise y'all. Got my hand sanitizer though. You know, I got that. I don't know, got some shopping bags and stuff like that. Y'all, I'm having to smoke. And anyways, oh boy, it smells in here like Wafflehouse used to smell. You know what I mean? Smoke and coffee and all that kind of shit. Oh, back in the day when you could do that. Which, you know, ain't nothing wrong with trying to improve things and let people have some good breathing air and, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know. But, you know, y'all, I used to drive all over the country. I did shutdowns, did boiler work and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, there's this one time I was cruising all by myself. And it was probably right around, had to be about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was driving along, and I'm like, you know what? Getting kind of peckish, getting kind of tired, and I need fuel anyways. You know, so I pulled off the road there, and I start, you know, fueling up the truck and whatnot. I look over, and there's Waffle House. I'm like, all right, that's some good stuff right there, you know. And so I pop on in there, because, you know, they're open all the time, you know what I mean? And then, you know, usually in a Waffle House, they got like 2 people going, you know what I mean? They got the dude cooking, and then they usually it's a dude and a girl. And they got the dude cooking, and then the girl's out front, you know, running the register and taking orders and stuff like that. That's, anyways, most of them I've been to. Anyway, this one, for some reason, they just had the one dude. And, he's probably about my size, you know, little black dude about my size, and you know, he's a real nice dude. Pop in, you know, normal chit chat, how you doing, what's going on, you know, having a good time and all that good stuff. And so I tell him, you know, man, as soon as I saw that Waffle House, I got that hankering, you know what I mean, for them hash browns. Smothered, covered, baby. One of them hash browns and one of them, what do they call them things? Patty melts. So I ordered up, you know, one of them double patty melts and them hash browns covered and smothered, baby. Gotta have that cheese and that gravy. You know what I mean? So anyways, he's getting about ready to start cooking this up, and this dude walks in and he says, hey, cuz, which is like, you know, I think that's why we white people think like all black people know each other, because they call each other cuz and stuff like that. Maybe, you know, I'm just wondering because we just kind of stole them from where they live, you know. And maybe they're like, well, I don't know if we're related or not. Maybe back in the day, you know, we could have been. So we'll just call each other cousin, you know what I mean? Like down south when we're Christians, you know, we call each other brother and sister, but that's like Jesus stuff, you know what I mean? Anyways, I don't know why they do that, but that's what he walked in. He said, hey, cuz, you know, what's up? And the dude's like, right now, come on, man, I'm at work. And the other dude says, the dude behind the counter said that. And then the other dude that walked in, he's like, well, you know, it's time. You know what time it is. And I was like, I know what time it is. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I want my damn hash browns covered and smothered with that double patty melt. That shit's delicious, all right? And so dude comes over to me, dude cooking. He comes over to me and says, I'm sorry, man, I got to handle this real quick. You all right? Is that all right? Let me get you some coffee. And he hooked me up with some coffee, and he's like, I'll tell you what, if you don't mind, I'll handle this real quick, and I'll just hook you up. You know, when people say they're going to hook you up, I mean, that's always a good thing. You know what I mean? So, usually, anyways. I don't know about always, maybe. Hook you up, like if there's like a mafia dude and he's like, I'm going to hook you up, and they're like, that's not good. Doctors, when they say they're going to hook you up, that's not good either. Like, hook you up to a bunch of machines that are beeping and shit, and like, that ain't no good either. You know, especially with this COVID, you know, they hook you up and that ain't no good. You know, next thing you know, you're passed out in the bed and you got things in your mouth and all that kind of shit. Anyways, but I digress. That's a good word right there, digress. That means you just kind of wandered off there. You know what I mean? Anyways, I digress. So I was like, well, I guess, you know, I'm just kind of taking a break from the road. You know, I've been driving all night, and but I do need my hash browns covered and smothered. You know what I mean? And he's like, I tell you what, I'll hook you up. I'll got you back. You know, I just got to go handle this. So I'm like, all right. I mean, you know, you handle your business. I ain't in no hurry. You know, I got this book here I can read. You know, and this was a little bit before like everybody had them phones that had all the stuff on it. I just had one of them old flip phones, you know, just in case, you know, you get lost or whatever. And, I mean, I don't ever get lost because, you know, that's, you know your way around, you know, and you got them maps and stuff like that. We didn't have the Google Maps, you know what I mean? You had to print them out back then. But, I mean, I had one of them, you know, a map. Anyways, so he's like, all right, I appreciate you, brother. And I was like, I mean, just, you know, I don't know what you got to do. So he walks over and he's like, I appreciate you. And these two dudes walk outside, you know. And so, you know, I'm a little curious, you know, like, what you got to handle? You know, it's like, this going to be like some Breaking Bad stuff like that. This was, you know, there wasn't no Breaking Bad back then, but, you know, I don't know what's going on. You know, like 3 o'clock in the morning, you got to handle something in a parking lot. Could be anything. So, the two stood there for a minute, you know, and Wafflehouse has all them windows. And I always like to sit facing the window anyways, you know, keep an eye on things. And so I'm kind of, you know, halfway reading my book, and I look up, and they're standing there talking for a minute, and then next thing I know, they square up. What the hell is going on here? An old boy that's been cooking, he just proceeds to beat the tar out of that other feller. And I mean, up one side, down the other, just whooped the hell out of him. And then the dude gets up. You know, he ain't trying to hurt him, you know. I mean, he's trying to hurt him because you're fighting, but, you know, he ain't trying to hurt him. The other dude gets up and he's like, all right. And you know, I can't hear him much, but it looked like the other dude got up and kind of wiped himself off. Like, kind of was like, all right, I took my licking, you know. And they kind of fist bumped, and off they went, and here comes this old boy back in. He's like, hey, I'm sorry you had to see that, you know. I was like, I don't even want to know what that was all about. Well, he's like, that's fair. You know, so he's like, you might, let me wash my hands real quick. And I'm like, you know, please do, you know. And he proceeds to, he hooked me up. I'm like, man, you trying to get me to pass out on the road. Boy, hash browns covered and smothered, boy, like all day long. He did. He hooked it up. Boy, I ain't never seen so many onions on a patty melt before. That was good. That was good. Boy, he hooked it up. Put that special sauce in there, you know what I mean? As we say down south, he put his foot in it. Which don't sound appealing, you know. I don't know why we say that, but that's what we say down there. We say a bunch of weird shit down there, you know what I mean? Yep. That was the weirdest thing I ever seen in a Waffle House. You say Waffle House, and you guarantee you seen some weird shit in Waffle House. You know what I mean? Anyways, well, that's it. That's what happened in the Waffle House. It was weird, though. He just got right back to cooking like nothing happened. Never did find out what that was all about. I should have asked, because I'm a curious feller. Anyways, we're going to talk about space monkeys next time, I think. I think space monkeys might be a good topic. Space monkeys, why not? You ever seen any space monkeys? Bet you have, and I'm going to prove it next time. So anyways, y'all, watch out when you go to Waffle House in the middle of nowhere at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because, it might be, UFC Royal Rumble going on. Boy, whooped it boy's ass. That was something else, boy, let me tell you. It was almost like one of them Mike Tyson fights back in the day, boy. He just died, pow, pow, pow. Like I just want my hash browns covered and smothered, you know what I mean? At least he was quick about it, you know what I mean? It seemed like they just had some little disagreement. Anyways, I guess I'm going to stop rambling on about that. And I thank y'all, by the way, for hitting that subscribe button and them like buttons and all that kind of shit. So I really appreciate that, And, well, I guess that's that. I'm going to get out of this truck. Go figure out what to do for the rest of the day, huh? I got shit to do, you know what I mean? But, alright, catch y'all next time. There it is.